Welcome to my channel, friends. Today I'm going to show you how to do double NAT or 12 NAT on Juniper Firewall. So, as the name suggests, whenever there's a traffic that is coming to a firewall, so there are firewalls available in the market capable of doing both source NAT as well as the destination NAT for a particular packet. So if you see the diagram on my screen. So let's say the traffic is coming from the subnet. So 192.168.0.0 is the subnet where the actual users are. When it reaches the firewall on the interface G0/0/0, which is an untrust zone, the firewall will do the destination NAT. The traffic will come to 14.140.40.15, and the actual server is running at 10.1.1.15, which is in trust zone. So when the traffic from the subnet 192.168.0.0/24 reaches the firewall, the destination will be 14.140.40.15, and then the firewall will do the destination NAT. As usual in all the firewalls that you see in the market, the packet flow will have the destination NAT or static NAT in the beginning before everything. So the firewall will do the destination NAT. It will convert the destination from 14.140.40.15 to 10.1.1.15, and then again the packet will traverse one more transition through the source NAT process. Whereas in the source, which is going to be the IP from the subnet 192.168.0.0/24, and again we are going to translate that source to 10.1.1.200. So altogether, if you see here in this scenario, the source is changing, the destination is changing for a single packet that enters the firewall. So that is basically the dual NAT or the double NAT that you call. So in this scenario, the issue is with the server, whereas in server rejects all the requests that comes to the uh, process from any other subnet, and the server only accepts the request coming from the same subnet, which is 10.1.1.0/24. So that is the limitation, and that is the reason why we are supposed to use double NAT or dual NAT on Juniper Firewall. So let's get started. So I'll show you that I don't have any configuration right now. So there's no configuration. I have the policies, the allow policy from untrust to trust and then from trust to untrust. So which basically means I'm allowing everything from untrust to trust zone. So my interface G0/0/0 is having the IP.200, as you can see on my screen, and it is in untrust zone, which will receive the traffic, and the egress interface 10.1.1.200 connected to the server 10.1.1.15 is in trust zone. So the traffic will enter the untrust zone and will exit out via gig 003 from the trust zone and will reach the server. So let's get started. So I will not configure any pool for source NAT because I'm going to use the interface IP, which is 10.1.1.200. So I'm going to use interface based NAT for source NAT, and then I will create a separate pool for a destination NAT. Okay, so I'm going to first create a rule set with the name dual NAT. Okay, and I'm going to have the description as So I'm going to define the direction of the traffic actually coming to the firewall. So the traffic will be coming from the 192.168.0.0/24 subnet. Will be reaching the untrust zone on gig 000. So I'm going to put from zone as untrust here. Okay. So I'm going to put to zone as trust because the traffic will be okay. I guess you can define the routing instance as trust because my traffic will be going to the trust VR. So I have two VRs. So if you see here, I have the trust VR where my gig 3 is located. So my gig 003 is in trust VR and my gig 000 is in untrust. So you can see here my gig 000 is in untrust and my gig 003 is in trust. Okay, so my traffic will enter the untrust zone and this interface will receive the traffic which is in untrust VR and then it will forward the traffic to the trust zone and the egress interface is going to be gig 003 which is in trust VR. So that is what I have defined here to routing instance trust. So the traffic coming from untrust zone and then going towards trust VR. So the next thing that I'm going to do here is I'm going to create a rule. Till now you have created the rule set with the name Double NAT and then you have given the description or you're given the condition to match the traffic. Now you will actually create the rule. Okay, this is my rule name and I'm going to give the same description. And then I'm going to, I'm going to commit the match criteria. So this is the actual rule that I'm going to put here. Double NAT is the name of the rule. I'll put the match criteria as source, address, so the source is going to be a subnet and these are the machines that are there in the same subnet. So I have already a machine in that subnet. which is having the IP 192.168.0.165, I believe. So this is done, and then we will define the protocol here. Since I'm going to use ICMP, just the ping to cross-check everything that is happening on the firewall. So I'm only going to allow my ICMP in my match criteria. So two match criteria I have given. One is the source 192.168.0.0/24, and other is the protocol as ICMP. If you want, you can put the destination as well, but then I don't want any such feature here because I want to NAT everything that comes from that particular subnet. So I'm going to define the action here. So instead of a pool, I'm going to use the interface. If you have created a pool, then you can call the pool here. So you can create a pool and then you can put the pool name here. Since I don't have any extra IP available, so I'm not going to use the pool, I'm going to use the interface, which is going to do the interface based NAT. So all the traffic exiting out of G003 from the trust zone will have the source IP 10.1.1.200. If you want, you can use the pool and you can overload, you can do pad, anything you can do based on the source NAT feature. But here in this scenario, I'm only going to use interface based NAT. So this is done. So now I'm going to create the destination phase NAT so that the traffic can again hit the destination NAT process, and then again we can change the destination IP in the packet. So right now we completed the configuration for the source NAT, and then now we will have the configuration for destination NAT so that both the process affects the incoming packet and changes both source NAT and both source and the destination IP. So I'm going to put the criteria, the destination NAT criteria. I'm going to create the pool first. So the pool IP is going to be in the trust zone because my actual IP of the server is in trust zone. So I'm going to create the pool IP. So this is my actual server IP. So now I'm going to, this is the pool that I've created. So the actual IP 10.1.1.15 is the, so now we will configure the destination rule set, and we will name it as Dual NAT. We will give the description as we will give the condition, and we will tell that the traffic is coming from untrust. And then we will create the actual rule for the traffic matching. The same way like how we have done it for the source NAT. Protocol ICMP is the only protocol that I'm going to allow. And then you can put the destination prefix, destination address as so this public IP will receive the traffic, and then we will translate this public IP to the pool IP, which is 10.1.1.15. And then we will define the condition, the action here. So you can see here, this was the pool that we created. So whenever there is a traffic coming to the destination IP 14.140.40.15, we are going to translate this destination to the actual server IP, which is 10.1.1.15. So this is the configuration. In a brief, this is the rule name, destination source NAT, dual NAT, description dual NAT, from zone untrust to routing instance trust, because our server is in trust we are. And then the description match criteria 192.168.0.0/24 is the source. Match protocol ICMP, then source NAT interface base NAT. It will, be natted to 10.1.1.200. And then it is done. Then we configured the pool. You can see the pool IP here, dual NAT. Routing instance trust. Our pool is in trust zone and trust VR. So we have given the instance as trust. Address is 10.1.1.15. This is the actual server IP. The pool IP is the actual server IP. And then the description will that, and then the actual rule match criteria. Destination address is 14.1.40.40.15. The traffic will come on to this public IP, and then this destination will be translated to the pool IP, which is the actual server IP 10.1.1.15. Let's commit this. So now let us check this configuration. So you can see here, I'm able to ping the IP. So let us verify. So you can see here, this is the incoming packet, which is 106 is the IP address of this particular machine. You can see here, IP address on the Ethernet interface 192.168.0.106, and then the destination is actual destination is 14.140.40.15 protocol ICMP, and then the reverse traffic is coming from 10.1.1.15. This is the translated IP because 14.140.40.15 will be translated to 10.1.1.15, and then the reply is coming to 10.1.1.200 because our source this was translated to 10.1.1.200. So altogether, this incoming packet will undergo source NAT as well as the destination NAT, whereas in the source 192.168.0.106 will be translated 10.1.1.200, and the destination 14.140.40.15 will be translated to 10.1.1.15. So the reply packet will look like this. You can see here incoming packet 1, outgoing packet 1. So that confirms that everything is working fine as expected. All right, guys, that's all in this video. Please do subscribe to my channel, hit the like button, and stay safe. Have a good day.